Alrighty, man. What's good with you guys, man? We are here this Friday. We're just gonna be doing some testing of some sounds and stuff like that. Kind of playing around with some new stuff that I got in the arsenal and stuff like that, man. Just kind of looking at it, and seeing what it's doing, and all that other jazz or whatnot. Um, but yeah, see here. All right, cool. I can see myself. Yeah, so we just kind of like just gonna kind of play around with a couple of VSTs, see what new has came out and what I inquired in my absence and everything like that. I got my wife in the studio with me. She may hop on the keyboard when she feel like it, stuff like that. Yeah, she just rolled her eyes at me. It's all good. But yeah, man, we're gonna check out a couple of VSTs and what I'm saying, some effects far as what came out and I thought was a good grab and stuff like that. Some stuff I got today, some stuff I had for the whole month of March and up until April, and I really just hadn't had a chance to kind of play around with it. So we'll do that and just see what we come up with or whatnot. All right, cool. Just gonna go ahead and get in here. Been in Reason, of course, continuing the journey in Reason and stuff like that, and everything. So one of the first things, been grabbing a lot of those refills from DNA Sound Labs. Of course, they're always coming out with some new stuff or whatnot. I don't think I ever shared this particular VST with you all, but this one right here is something that was like $10 on sale a while back, and this is from Analog Legends, and it is called what this shit called, Kit Boy AI, or whatnot, and it's just kind of like a drum module that has all kind of different drums in it. Some real high quality drums, though, I have to say that, man, for sure. Let me turn something off here. I was kind of playing with some iPad sounds and stuff like that, but yeah, these drums are pretty high quality. And you get mostly like boom bap drums in here, but they do have some modern sounding drums or whatnot. When you go to the menu, you can see here. I don't know if you can see, but if you zoom in on your screen, you have like a hip hop tab, and then you have like '90s kits, boom bap kits, classic kits, kind of like what I'm saying, those those regular hip hop type kits. Gold kits will be some more boom bap stuff, lo-fi kits, weird kits, and some West Coast drums. And then you got some trap drums. I don't even know why they call it that, but you get some modern, regular trap style type drums. Some Midwest kits, for whatever reason that is, modern kits, some dirty South type kits and vibe kits. So I'll just kind of thumb around in here. This is from the '90s Legends kit. This is called '90s Legends. You know what I'm saying? That type stuff right there. With the boom bap. Let's see here. If you go with a dirty bap. Stuff like that. Let's see here. If you go to lo-fi, choose a lo-fi kit here. So that's a repeat of this right here on my drum pad because it kind of, you only got 12 sounds to work with and stuff like that. So with this particular drum module, just to add to, you can add your own sounds in here and stuff like that, just to give you an idea of everything. Then you got some West Coast kits. Let me see here. This one is called Old West. Wonder if it's got kind of like some of that DJ Quick type of sounds. I guess not. Okay, cool. That's kind of like the West Coast kids. If you go to trap, I just choose one of these right here because the trap section is actually just kind of like some modern type of drums here. If you choose South here, this is called delays. Pretty much most of these drum sounds may have a couple of them that has delay on it. I'm assuming they call that delay because of that snare right there. And let me choose one more. Let me just go to Midwest. I just kind of want to see what's going on. This is called Versus Trap here. You know what I'm saying? You get the drift. But it's a really good VST that was on sale for $10. I forget where I got it at, but you get like a little mixing window here. You can make some changes to some parameters, mute, solo, and all of that jazz right there. And then you have this is the output bus channel. So you can add some saturation, some volume, harmonics and filtering and all that other stuff. And then this is the effects section for each of the pads. And of course, you can do some reverb and delays and compression and even EQ on the overall sound. So it's a nice little bang for your buck for $10. Glad I was able to grab that. And you can look more into it as well, man. Moving on here, I'm just kind of thumbing through and see what else I inquired throughout the situation. This was one I don't think I ever talked about here. This is Blue Beast from Gospel Musicians. This is a recreation of the Yamaha. It was one of those Yamaha um, keyboard workstations. And, I love keyboard workstations that came from the early 2000s and the late 90s. I think this one is from the late 90s. I can't put my finger on what keyboard it is, but I forget what it is. All I know is blue and stuff like that. But got some really nice sounds in here. You get a lot of sounds. This VST alone, the library, when you download the library, I think it came out to be about, want to say pushing 10 gigs, if not more. So it was a hefty library. But the sounds really, really sound dope though. Let's try to find some key sounds because that's really what, saying it was known for, some really good key sounds. I'm just going to choose a random electric piano patch. Go up an octave. So that's what that is right there. Like I said, I go through all of these. The B bank is mostly electric pianos. C is mostly organs. D is mostly kind of like your brass sounds. E is going to be a little bit more brass sounds, and then F is more your a little bit of mixture of some more brass sounds. Yeah, I don't. And then some more brass sounds. Bank G, bank H is where you start getting into your synth pads, and then you go and you have another factory bank that you could choose from. It's called Factory Voice Preset 2, and then you have bank A, some more synth pad sounds, some sequence sounds, guitar sounds at bank C, guitars in bank D, bass sounds in bank E, lead synths in bank F, G, you have, I don't know what the RD is. Looks like woodwinds type sounds. Yeah, so some weird ethnic type sounds or whatever the case may be. And then H, you'll go into a couple of effects patches and some drum kits. Yes, they do have looks like they got like 6 or 7 drum kits in here. Just your regular general MIDI drum kits. Uh, just those regular type of drums right there, man. Nothing too special on that. So I'm not gonna bore you with that. And then you have another bank here, factory performance. So you do get some performance patches. If you're a very fluent keyboard player and you like to have the bass on the left hand and your melodic stuff on the right hand, you get that. And if you understand about performance patches back on those days when they had those keyboard workstations, the key bed was kind of half, where you had like a bass line or another type of instrument that was key map, to the lower octaves, and the higher octaves you had more of the melodic sounds and stuff like that. So that's what the performance patches are. And then you have bonus presets here, and you get some more sounds. So you get a lot. You get a lot, and this was on sale for like $50 and stuff like that. So that is Blue Beast from Gospel Musicians. They always had good stuff for the last 10 years. Some really, really good instruments as well, man. Moving along, some stuff I already kind of pulled up here. Just going to navigate down here. I did discover this company. I'm late to the game. I know a lot of people have done some YouTube videos on it, but Karen Yee sounds, such as the lo-fi keys, the vapor keys here. Let me see if I can load that up. Vapor keys, and then Polyscape analog, and then Midnight. These are some really, really good VSTs. I like them, especially the vapor keys. Those are some really, really good key sounds, or whatnot. And see, so I really, really like that. Those sounds, they sound really, really good. And I'll show you guys a little trick on how to mess with these keys, and you can get the most out of it, especially if you're not a fluent keyboard player. But those are, they sound really, really good, man. Of course, I got, let's see here. It's another VST kind of picked up, and I was like, yeah, this is really nice. Here it is. I kind of did this on the previous live stream, if I'm not mistaken. But this is called Driller, man. This particular VST, got this one for like, I want to say $30, and you get a lot with this one. I think this comes like with 6 gigs on the library, and for your up to date hip hop, modern trap type beats, pretty much what's out there on the streaming platforms and stuff like that. You get all the really good sounds or whatnot. These particular sounds, they sound good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Really get you in that trap mind. Let's actually switch keys here. And stuff like that. Like every patch that I kind of been playing with this, I had it for about a month and a half, but every patch that I choose on here, saying I'm ready to go. Stuff like that. So really, really good sounds though. Not even gonna lie to you, and stuff. So I choose like bells, for example. Let's see here. I don't like that one. See what I'm saying? It's like I can't explain the sound, but they got some really good sound designing behind this, this VST. It's called Driller. Again, you can find this on Producer Sources. They did their dizzle on that right there, man. Like that for sure. And another one I wanted to bring up here was, let me see here. I think I tried to bring this one up, but it was tripping because they changed over the way they do licensing and stuff like that. So I tried to bring it up during one of my last live streams here, but it was just tripping. But this one is from Tonsil. And you can get this off of producer sources as well. And this is called Motronic. This is really cool sounding. It has kind of like a R&B, trap soul, lo-fi type of vibes. Really, really good sounds. You can't go wrong with these. Just gonna choose like some piano sounds here, some random piano patch here. See what I'm saying? And you can choose some other sounds. I'm just gonna choose plucks. That's what everybody use. See what I'm saying? So, you had those type of sounds. So if you're looking for something on that lo-fi, really weird sound, check out Motronic. Let's see here, and then True Soul Vibes. I've been kind of telling you guys a lot about them, and they've been dropping some instruments left and right and stuff like that. Of course, I haven't really kind of saying highlighted this one, but I had it for some time, and this is Vibe. All right, now this is a particular Rumpler. And True Soul Vibes, everything that they have is R&B based. So if you're into R&B, I mean Southern Soul now, saying something around that vibe, that situation right there. This doggone camera always want to turn the tracking on. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see here. All right, cool. If you're looking for that R&B type of vibe, you definitely want to y'all give me 1 second. My camera just kind of like tracking just came on. Whatever I did. All right, cool. But yeah, the Vibe's gonna give you those R&B sounds that you're kind of looking for, and it sounds really good. No, I ain't gonna even hold you. Very, very modern sounds. You get a lot. You get some leads in here. All right, that's not a good example of a synth lead sound, but they're known for their keys though. So that's Vibe. You kind of get the drift of those sounds or whatnot. Now, this is something we'll probably do on a separate live stream. Is chord generated virtual instruments. Okay, so yeah, Reasons decided wanted to go bye bye. So let's load that up again. Yeah. Welcome to my live stream where we always have the glitches for sure. As that load up though, True Soul Vibes, it always True Soul Vibes always have those R&B sounds. It's really really good R&B sounds and stuff like that. It is a small company. I think it's ran by one guy. And he does his best to kind of respond. I know I had some issues with downloading some libraries. Whatever link that they used, it wasn't really updated. But other than that, though, man, I can't really say anything bad about the sounds themselves or whatnot. So, yeah, definitely worth checking out or whatnot and everything like that. But that particular VST, it does give me problems. Far as like when you load it up, it'll kind of like cut off my reason and everything like that. But I caught that particular Vibe VST on sale for like $20 and stuff like that. Real, like real, what I'm saying? Really cheap grab and stuff like that. So, and I try to tell people all the time, grab these VSTs when they're on sale. All right. Now, what I was trying to get to before this thing actually cut off was chord generated, VST instruments. I've really been kind of getting into that because I'm kind of starting to switch up my style, my production style. I'm getting older, and certain things I like to vibe out too. And I like chord sounds and stuff like that. Um, Of course, we got Scalar 3. I'm gonna pull that up here pretty soon because I love Scalar 3. I'm surprised a lot of people are not talking about it. But if you're looking for some alternatives for Scalar 3, check out this one from True Soul Vibes. It's called Concept. Okay. This is the third version or third reiteration of this. And it's pretty cool. Number one, it's a MIDI generated chord based type of instrument. Okay. And I'm trying to explain it so it makes sense, but first, you'll choose their stock sounds. They got plenty of stock sounds for as keys, bells, the general R&B stuff. So I'm gonna choose this DX digital sound, this Yamaha DX7, and then the cool part about it is you could choose uh, these different categories. So I'm gonna choose soulful, for example, right? And then I'm gonna choose what key I want to play in. So I'm gonna go to D sharp minor. All right. And then um these purple keys don't do anything. But these keys at the end, these are gonna give you the chords that it's randomly gonna generate for you. Okay. So let me find that key. Here we go. All right. So let's say you like that, but you want to try something else. You can just hit this big button in the middle. Then what it's gonna do is regenerate, a 5 chord progression for you. All right. Let's try it out. What it gave us now. Okay, cool. Now you have these transpose situations. So let's say you're in D sharp minor and you want to transpose that up a couple of steps. Or you can transpose it down. And the cool part about it, you can add some humanization to it, so it always won't be on the velocities or anything like that. It just be real smooth. Okay, and you can take it a step further here. You can have humanization on, so when you hit this chord progression, you can actually just change this one chord progression without having to change all of them. So you get more control. So we can hit this refresh button here. Hit it again. It's going to give us another chord. Now, let's say I don't like that 5th chord right there, which is an augmented. It sounds like it's augmented. We can go ahead and hit that. Okay. And this 5th chord right here is always going to be augmented. That's what it sounds like. You get the drift. Really, really cool. Now you could be here all day, kind of playing around with this particular plug-in, playing with different chords. You can get a lot of different combinations of chord progressions or whatever the case may be. Another step forward with this thing is that it'll generate MIDI for you. So instead of thumbing it out on your keyboard, you can just hit generate MIDI, and it's just gonna give you a random MIDI pattern. All right. So let's hit play on this. Okay. Now, let's say for instance, you want to generate another one. All right. You can hit play here. All right. Now, let's say you like that one. I think all you have to do is just drag that MIDI into your DAW, and bam, you can drag it on any instrument. You know, it don't have necessarily have to be on concept. So if we were to go and get a stock instrument, let's say the ID8, okay, and we get a electric piano here, and we're gonna just choose digital here. We're gonna go ahead and generate another one. All right. So let's say you like that right there. We can go ahead and just drag that particular MIDI down here and hit play. Now you can hear that the Reason instrument is playing that MIDI that we just generated. So with with this particular instrument, it's kind of like you building chord progressions. You're trying different stuff out. You're just basically doing some MIDI composition. That's really, really cool, man. So there's other things that you could do in here, such as you could add a complexity to it, so you can get really advanced with those MIDI chords and stuff like that. You got a plethora of sounds. I mean, look at all the sounds. You know what I'm saying? I think this particular VST comes with 4 gigs of sound. So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you got a hard drive that you can really store a lot of stuff on it. But overall, though, I really like it. I play around with this quite a bit or whatnot. But just with the stock sounds will give you what you need. That way you can kind of just finger in what you want and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and scoot down here to back to True Soul Bob's here. Where were we? Down, all the way down here, all this bug crap that I got. All right, cool. Now True Soul Vibes did have a VST called Chord King, and it was cool, but it would trip out on me for some reason. They just came out with Chord King 2. And this one is something like concept, but it's a little bit differently. This one, it actually has the whole chord MIDI pattern for you. What you'll do is just basically play those patterns on your keys. That's basically what it does. And I'm still trying to figure this out because I literally just got this not too long ago. I want to say last week. I'm just going to choose a key patch here. And then I am going to choose whatever key that I want to go in. So, or a MIDI file. So you get the key, you get the kind of drift right there. And you have different moves that you choose. So if you're looking for something intimate, you could choose that, and that may just been that patch. Let me choose something a little bit better than that. All right, and now you can hear that I'm playing that particular patch. So I'm playing this kind of like on the keyboard. That's me playing. But, okay, you have to go to, and that's what I remember. You have to go to settings, and you have to choose if you want to play single chords with each key. And I'm going to choose that. And now, and it'll play different chords for you on each key. Okay, and if, let's say, for instance, you want to choose a key that's a little bit better than that, let's say Rain Piano. And you have, every time you choose a patch, you have to go down here in the settings and choose that. Something that they need to fix in an update, but, you know what I'm saying, that comes with the territory. So it's just going to give you random chords. I think you could choose the different keys right here. No, I lie. These keys down here, it goes accordingly to the MIDI pattern, okay? And that's where you would choose right here, play a progression with each key. Take those off. You can't play two of them at the same time. And now when we press on the key, you'll see different MIDI patterns here. And then when I go to another key, you can really mix up MIDI patterns. So I'm gonna go to another key. kind of mix it up. All right, let me show you another example. So let's say I wanted to get something in F minor. Now all the keys that I choose is going to be in F minor. See how they kind of work? So you can either choose chord sets by themselves or MIDI patterns. Chord King 2 though, I think it's still on sale for like $30. And it's a really, really good grab, you know what I'm saying? So if you're really on that R&B tip, hey, this is for you, you know what I'm saying? Moving on along. There's one more other little deal right here. Now I've had this particular drum VST, kind of showed it in a couple of live streams, but this is the Triage from Wave Alchemy. And this particular drum VST is really, really cool. I got my first comment. DL, I'm glad you're on. We can talk about them Sawtooth plugins. But yeah, with Wave Alchemy Triage, you can choose different libraries. So I came across this library that they came out with, some new library bank that they came out with, and it was only one of them that I liked, and it was Billboard Beats. It really kind of tailored to the type of music that I make. Very, very hip hop based, trap based, or whatnot. And then one that I just totally missed when I first got the plug in was Drift. Basically hip hop, lo-fi, pop, and R&B. But Billboard based, yeah, top loops, rap, hip hop, trap. That's what it is. And I'm gonna play a couple of these previews. I'm not gonna load them up so you can kind of hear what they're working with. Now you get a shitload of drums. I ain't gonna even lie to you. This is, I think, over 100 different kits in here. So and guess what? It was on sale for like $25. Cheap. So this is a top loop. You know what I'm saying? Basically all the drum sounds without the kick. Now, what you're hearing is just a preview pattern, what they put together. But if you want to load that up and play the sounds, you can do it yourself. All right. So that's just the sequence that they have in there. That's one top loop. You get the drift with a top loop. Let's go and choose the trap. Now it's based off the tempo that I got set in here at 130. You get the drift on that. I'm gonna go up, choose hyper. Just so you can hear the quality of the sounds. You get a shitload, bro, for real. And I was like, yeah. Yeah. And there's something with it, like an 808 in there right there. Now, what I was gonna say, the default library, the core library that come with Triage, they ain't my type of tea, man. It's more of that EDM, you know what I'm saying, electro music type of drum sounds, and they ain't had nothing in there, or nothing in there, you know, catered to, you know, the urban genres of music and stuff like that. So when I came across Billboard Beats, I was like, let's go ahead and get it. And also Drift is really, really cool, lo-fi, R&B, hip-hop, boom bap type of drum sounds. I'm just gonna go ahead and play a couple of previews in here. This is Dream Breeze. I think that's got a lot going on the effects and everything like that, and then that's why it was popping. And then this is Neon Spring. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, the built-in effects in Triage is super dope. Like they got a really good compressor in there, really good EQs, and some high quality effects for its reverb and delay. So that's why my CPU had a big hike in it or whatnot. Yeah, that's it right there. All right, cool. So that's Triage right there, and it's libraries. And of course, I haven't really highlighted it. I pulled it up a couple of times, but Addictive Drummer 2 got an update, and you know what I'm saying, this was pretty cool. It was actually a free update for me. But Addictive Drums 2 from XLN Audio, Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was better than the Addicted Drums, the first version, or whatnot. It's just kind of loading up right now. But I think I went with I got the vintage dry. I have the modern R&B and soul, and there's another kit that came with it that I had to pick up. And that was vintage dead. It's more of a dead kit, taking out all the resonance in the kit and stuff like that. Really, really dope. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. Vintage Dead, and you can also preview stuff in here as well. I'm gonna play Beautiful Trash. Load that up. Mono Bone Bricks. All right, cool. And then you can see they kind of cleaned up the UI a little bit better, and stuff. Just high quality sound. And let me go back to high quality sounds. That's it, man. That's what I strive to get in my libraries. Just really good quality sounds, and stuff like that. That's it on the virtual instrument tip. A lot of other stuff, like I said, was from DNA Sound Labs, Reason Refills. They came out with a lot, and stuff like that, and I'm not gonna go over that and bore you. One more that I'm kind of on a trial basis right now. I just actually downloaded the trial 30-day free trial. That's a long time for a trial. It's from ADSR Drum Machine. What I'm doing is that I'm trying to replace my ideology of using drums in a production. When you use sample kits and drum kits that you buy or drum sounds, that's someone else's curated sound, if that makes any sense. I had to really kind of take a hard look at that. It's like, if you spend $25 or $30 on a sample kit, that somebody basically took another sample and ran it through a preamp, did some EQ, and then added a Waves plugin to it, and then they resell those drums to you. And you could also find it on the black market, like in the Reddit forums. There's a particular room where you could download kits that comes from other different producers and stuff like that. And you got to be careful out here because you got people that's really good with audio engineering, like myself. I can go and buy a $30 kit, manipulate the drums, and repackage that and sell it to you. That's why I don't sell drum sounds, because man, you could just take a VST and all you got to do is just tweak the sound. That you got to stop kind of like being lazy, and stuff like that. Tweak the sound and you got your own drum sound. You see what I'm saying? Or you could just do some bare bones recording and stuff like that. So that's why I have a shitload of drum sounds. I don't even use them no more. And because it's kind of like all the drum VSTs that are coming out, they're really, really good. They're giving you more in these drum VSTs than they used to do back 5 years ago and stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, saying whenever I get a chance and I check out a really, really good drum VST and it's worth it, I'm getting it. And that's why I kind of went back to Reasons, because Ableton Live Core Library, it didn't really give you some good sounds. It was more catered. Their sounds was more catered to electronic music and not hip hop. Even though they wanted the hip hop user base, they didn't give you a lot. And when I made when I like maybe 2-3 months ago, I just saw them start iterating, some outside third party hip hop drum sounds in there with Sound Oracle. If you know who Sound Oracle is, he's a dope ass sound designer that works in collaboration with Timberland and other people and stuff like that. And he cold as hell. But Sound Oracle finally, they finally touched into the hip hop community and got somebody that sound design real good, and they came out with a couple of drum live packs and stuff like that. Those drums sound really, really good, but it's too late. You know what I'm saying? It's too late. So, back to what I'm saying though is that drum machines, drum VSTs, if you do get them, use them. So I've been kind of like, if they on sale and they like especially below $20, I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be a fool not to. So with this one, with ADSR, I like the sounds in it. It was high quality, really, really good. You don't get a lot with it. If you go and take a look at they call them presets, but if you look at the kit that comes with it, you get 5 acoustics, 5 analogs, 5 beats, whatever the hell that is. 5 drum and bass kits, or actually 2. Looks like 6 experimental kits, 5 hip hop, 5 house, 5 lo-fi, 5 pop, 5 reggae, and 5 techno and stuff like that. But you get a handful of sounds that you go in here and you can manipulate. So we're just gonna start with what we know best. True Soul Kit. See what I'm saying? So really good quality sounds. We can go to classic hip hop here. Really good and stuff like that. So yeah, you just get a lot with it, or whatnot. Now I am trying it out, but what I don't like is that it's a little bit too expensive. It's on sale, $50, but you know what I'm saying, for what you're getting in here. I mean, Wave Alchemy, Wave Alchemy, Triage, and their expansions give you a whole lot more. I did check out ADSR Drum Machine expansions. They ain't hitting on nothing, and they're really gonna giving you, let's say, 2 kits here, 2 kits there, 2 kits there, and even though they sound good, it's not worth $50 if you really ask me. So I might just go ahead and end my trial tonight. Just judging about how many kits you get and then all of this other stuff. So, but what I do like about it is the mixer view. The mixer view gives you a lot, and on each channel you get a filter, low and high cut, EQ, compression, a dedicated filter section, drive, and phaser. The only thing I got to figure out is if you can load your own drums in here. And when we go to the location tool, we should hit add location. So I'm going to go ahead and add my drum hard drive on here, and I'm going to see what it do. Hit select folder, and I may just mess something up. Okay. So I'm going to see how long the navigation is. Does it have to sync up? Just trying to try to see what it do. And there it is. It may take a little while, but you can see some of my drum kits are pulling up. So I'm going to go to this New Orleans bounce kit folder that I got in here. Oh, so you can load up. So there it is right there. So if you were gonna get this, you have to kind of think about, well, how does it work with your workflow? So you'll be paying like $50 for a workflow type basis because you probably won't be using the stock sample. So I just gotta kind of have to play around with it a little bit. I like the preview where you can kind of adjust the gain with the preview, get your tune set it. Let's see here. That's pretty dope right there. So you actually got like a detailed preview here, and the edit is really, really good. So I mean, for $50, you're basically paying for the BST, and the drums is just there, or whatnot. So it's just kind of toss up. But I got 30 days to think about it and everything like that. But that's ADSR Drum Machine, right there, man. Some other notable stuff, far as effects is concerned, because DL is on the live stream. Appreciate you tuning in too, man. Is that a New Orleans kit? Yes, it is. I actually, whoo, boy, this is a New Orleans kit I've been having since 2000 and I want to say 2009. I got that and a Baton Rouge kit. If you know anything about Baton Rouge music and stuff like that, it's some certain drums that we all in the South Louisiana region, whether you're from area code 337 to the 504 or from the 225, you know what I'm saying, there's a certain drum sound that you put with your beats from with that Louisiana sound that I have. So I have a Baton Rouge, and then New Orleans. That's basically the two main style drums that you will hear in Southern Louisiana music or whatnot. So yeah, man, I got that, and then I got a Manny Fresh kit that I have that has some of those Manny Fresh sounds as well. And that's yeah, I think that's it right there. I got another New Orleans kit too, but it's more drum breaks. And I found that on a forum. It was a DJ in New Orleans, and he basically took all of the famous break beats and he had them like in these little situations and whatnot. I bought that shit about 10 years ago. I bought it for like $40, something like that. So I try to hold on to those sounds and not lose those, man, because those are timeless, stuff like that. But let's see here. I'm gonna start with you, DL, with the soft tube plugins. You had asked me about that on the YouTube comment the other day, so let's jump into it. My latest sawtooth plugin that I picked up. Let me get to it real quick. Plugin Alliance. Let's go down here. Sorry, y'all. Here it is. There we go. My latest and greatest sawtooth pickup was the Tube Tech. And let me see if I can get like a instrument that has like sounds and stuff in it already. That way we can kind of hear what's going on with the sounds and everything like that. Give me 1 second. I may pick up something from. Give me 1 second. Let me find something that has like loops in it and stuff. Let's see here. So many different damn options. We could do loop mix here. Hopefully it won't act crazy on me or whatnot. Give a while for it. The loop mix, yeah, I figured it was gonna do that. Yeah, I had problems with loop mix too. Loop mix is from, I forget who they're from. They're along up there with Core Jam or whatnot. But loop mix, it does that to me. Every time I load up loop mix, it just shuts down my DAW. Certain VSTs, and I paid $50 for loop mix. I like it. It's just some things that they need to change with it. I got it during COVID, and they haven't updated it since COVID. So, and Reason too, this new version of Reason that came out, I think last week, it's been kind of buggy, and stuff like that. As you can see, this is my second time restarting it tonight. But I think it's just the update, because the one before that's been out for like 2 months, I ain't really had any issues with it. Let's pull that back up. Good thing I ain't working on a track. Let's pull that back up. All right, cool. So see how it kind of just comes right up, buggy BST. But let's go ahead and choose like a patch here, and they don't have nothing hip hop either, so y'all bear with me. Let's see. We'll choose something lo-fi. Let's hit play here. That's what we working with. I thought that was gonna have like a nice little beat. All right, so we'll keep it right there. I don't think this thing has any effects on it, not that I see. So this could be a good candidate. All right, cool. So with soft tube, right? Let's get to that real quick. Let's go to effects tab. And this thing is gonna cut out on me. Watch. Okay, there it is. All right, so soft tube, Tube Tech. That's where we was going. So this is one of my good pickups. DL, you was asking me about what I got. Can't go wrong with the Tube Tech. Fun fact: if you don't know, Chris Brown, he used this. Chris Brown uses this hardware version, not the plug-in. I'm quite sure they used the plug-in too in Pro Tools, but this is Chris Brown's go-to vocal compressor. along with a Neve 1073 mic pre EQ. That's his two combinations. And so if you ever heard Chris Brown songs, probably about a good chance it was ran through those two processors, Neve 1073 into a two tech CL1B. I would love to get one of these, but man, that's $3,500 that I don't have. But you know what I'm saying, you can get the warm audio version for less than $1,000. I think that's still right now, because warm audio is an American company, so there's not going to be a price hike on that. With the tariffs and everything like that, it probably maintained its price at $899. I heard some really good things about the warm audio version of the CL1B. So that's kind of like on my bucket list to get. But let's go ahead and kind of play around with this, and you can kind of, I'm gonna do some extreme compression on here so you can really see what's going on with this plugin. All right, go to like a 5-to-1 ratio. I'm gonna put it on a fixed attack. Now this is a very, very transparent compressor. So the color is very it's not that much color to it. It's very transparent. All right, let's make up the gain. We compressing the hell out of it. That's probably not a good example. So I'm about to switch it up. Yeah, we're about to switch it up. That's them drums. They trash. I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to take this shit off. Take that off my computer, cause it's just wasting up some about a 2 gig worth of space on my hard drive. Let's use something a little bit different here. I got something better than that. We'll go to Rex. Something stop. Let's see here. Just pull up some good old Reason Rex patches here and just be done with it. Just be done with it, man. All right, let's see here. Well, I thought we were going to find some stuff, but let's see. I'll choose this guitar. Put that on the 5-to-1 ratio. So that's the guitar without compression. Get aggressive on the attack. Like I said, it's a transparent compressor. Not going to give you the color, but you kind of hear what it's doing right there. So that is the tube tech and stuff like that. It will work good on vocals, but like I said, I don't have a vocal loop that's worth loading up in Reason and stuff like that. I'll probably have to be in like a mixing version, a mixing environment like Cubase that I've been kind of working with lately. So my apologies on that. I'm trying to get back to Softtube here. Where we at? Goddamn. Here we go. All right, so that's Tube Tech. The latest one that I picked up was the VCA compressor. I got this one for free when they did advertise it for free. And it sounds really, really good. Now I do have a DBX 160 in the rack over here, which is kind of based off of this compressor. Plug-in. So the plug-in actually sounds really, really good. I ain't gonna say it sounds like hardware, but it's damn near close, like for real. But I do have one in the rack. And then this is digital replication of it. Let's go ahead and try to load up another type of Rex sound. I'm gonna choose drums because it really shines on drums. We're gonna do more acoustic this time. I'm gonna choose this guy named Kevin LeBlanc because he has a South Louisiana name. Kevin LeBlanc. That's how you say it in Cajun. All right, so that's the drum sound right there. And then when you get the plugin moving, you can use a 4:1 ratio. We don't have any compression going on right now, but let's go ahead and crank it up. Make up the gain. Let's go ahead and bypass that. Like a very punchy sound. You know what I'm saying? Do you also some of these controls that you really don't have on the hardware unit, such as output drive, drive wet mix, all the side chain stereo linking functions, and also the attack and release time. That is not on the original unit. On the original unit, you have a ratio, threshold, and output gain. Same thing you have with these big knobs. I wish they had something where you can kind of hide that. But you know what I'm saying? They don't. But you do on this plugin have the ability to look at the input section, the output section, and then of course you have some advanced controls at the bottom, such as a high pass filter, headroom control, and also phase inversion as well. I like the addition on the Sawtooth plugins with looking at what's going on with the input and the output. So let's say, for instance, we run that again, and I want a little bit more volume coming into the plugin. I could just crank it up right there. Or if I want a little bit more volume coming out, just for gain station purposes, you can do it right there as well. Or if you need to turn it down, you can do so as well. And you'll notice that right here, this little orange meter will definitely keep you in the neutral zone and everything like that. So, that was my latest pickup on the Sawtooth plugins, the DL. Another one that I recently got was this 2-pack situation from Empirical Labs. It's the Lil Freak and the Mike E comp, or whatnot. These two badass. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Let's start with the Lil Freak. Is basically a EQ, 4-band EQ, and it's based off the hardware, the Empirical Labs Lil Freak. Now I did have the other version from Empirical Labs. I didn't like that one. Didn't like the GUI on it. This one is a little bit more cup of my tea. I don't know. I like plugins that look like actual gear. That's just me, or whatnot. But let's go ahead and hit run. Gonna turn off the mic comp. Let's just start turning some shit. And when you start turning this stuff, man, I said this on a live stream once before, when you start turning parameters on a plugin, it should move like your ears versus what you see and what you're turning with your mouse. It should instantaneously work just like that. If there's like a slight delay, like your brain is trying to process the sound while you're turning or seeing what you're doing on the GUI, that's a algorithmic error that they did in the coding of this plugin when they created that. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be real time, as if you're working with the actual hardware and stuff like that. That's the little things I'll be paying attention to. That's why I demo a lot of things, because you know sometimes these plugin makers, they be bullshitting you on your money. So with Sawtooth, you ain't never got to worry about them, because they make sure that you know it feels like it's an analog device and stuff like that. So just moving that low mid, man, you really start hearing that character. That's the Q, wide Q, narrow Q right there. Let's do the high mid. Now I do use this plugin from time to time, but I need to use it more because it sounds really good. I'm just turning up some stuff, by the way. high pass right here. That's a lovely high pass curve. That's a little freak. It's just the EQ. All right, cool. We'll keep that sound that we got there, and let's say you want to compress it. All right. So this is where the mic E comes in. It's kind of like a sister brother type of compressor 2-pack situation here. So basically you have a drive knob. This drive knob is going to represent two things: saturation and compression at the same time. So this drive knob is going to give you those two, compression and saturation. It's almost like an input knob. Okay, so the more you drive it in, the more compression you're going to get, and also saturation. You do have emphasis right here, where you kind of it'll focus on cutting out some of that low end and stuff like that. You could choose your ratio, and then also your attack and release times. So with this one, we're gonna start off with a very, very fast attack, very, very slow release. All right. And then you got a preamp section here where you could choose these different preamp stages. And this is where it's going to get really, really hot. But I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to keep it on clean. All right. Let's just go ahead and focus on driving, saturation, and compression at the same damn time. All right. So we playing. You notice that we ain't got nothing going on the gain reduction light. So we got to start pushing some signal in here. All right. 4-1. Let's get this release timed out. All right, so we got it about right there, right? Now, so you like that, but you want to get a little bit more gritty with it. Let's go ahead and add some preamp in here. Now you're starting to hear a lot of color. Let's say you like it right there. You still can make up the gain because look what your signal's coming in. Now you have a dry wet mix knob on here based on your output. So we need to turn up that output gain. And you even got a lux meter on this particular plugin right here as well, man. So that's the mic E compressor saturation module right here. I do use this a lot on drums and also vocals. It does something really, really unique on vocals, especially if you're looking for a vocal that needs to have edge and you want to color a vocal. Pull this bad boy up right here. It has kind of like a distressor vibe to it, but you know, like I said, it's different, but it is from the Empirical Labs company. So if you do have the UAD distressor and you want something a little bit more like that and you want to get more in the Empirical Lab space, head over to Softtube and pick up their stuff, man. You can't go wrong with Softtube, man. Everything that they get and make, it's fire. It's fire and stuff like that, man. Let me go ahead and delete these processors here. Yes, sir. You don't want to delete that one, and we'll delete that one. All right, cool. This particular plugin is one that I like a lot, and this is the Drummer 1973. This is a 3-band compressor or multi-band compressor divided up into 3 bands with 2 crossover points. Works really, really well. I love the compression of it. It's very subtle but warm with a very, very vintage color to it and whatnot. You can't go wrong with it. I'm not going to go through the process of doing compression because if you heard one, you heard them all. But I will do it just because I said I'm not going to do it. But you compress the hell out of the mid section. basically it's multi-band compression. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else I could talk about it. But if you kind of heard the sound and everything like that, that's what it is. I'm trying to hurry up and go through this and whatnot. And the last one, I had American A class for about shit when they first came out with it because I'm an API fanboy and everything like that. And what happened to my webcam? I just noticed that it is zoomed in. Don't know why it's doing that. What's up, Rick and DL? Do I have any Weiss? No, I don't. The only Weiss plugins that I have from SoftTube is attached to the console one, and of course my console Mark II little controller. It doesn't work anymore. I always had problems with it detecting USB. It kind of made me hesitant on picking up the third reiteration for it, and stuff like that. But I'm very, very tempted to do that. But you know what I'm saying, this is the American Class A. It's basically a channel strip, you know what I'm saying, that has API functions. This one right here is a dog, man. I love using this one right here for sure. And Dirty Tape was a free plugin right here, and this is basically a tape, kind of like a tape saturation plugin, but it's really, really good if you want to throw that on some drum stuff. This S73 intelligent processor, if you just need to wake up some sounds that make it loud and still, you know, kind of enhance the sounds, the S73 is cool. I don't use it very often though. And last but not least, my favorite plugin out of all these plugins, second to the CL1B, is this one right here, the Bus Comp. This motherfucker right here sound good for a plugin version. Yeah. I love the I love that SSL VCA compression style, especially when you throw it on mixes. This sounds good. This sounds good. Like, if you could catch this on sale on Plugin Boutique, sometimes you get lucky enough, get it for $75. I've never seen it cheaper than $75, but it's all worth the money and stuff like that. If you're looking for that SSL style compression, get this bad boy, because you get extra controls such as sidechain function, saturation enhancement, for us like a tilt EQ, and you get some stereo tricks for us like widening the stereo signal, or mono, giving the low end a mono, kind of like taking the low end of your mix and, you know what I'm saying, making it mono and stuff like that. This damn camera, bro, like, getting on my nerves. It keeps zooming in by itself and it want to stay zoomed in. Whatnot. All right, cool. And then you can also get some of that airband that you want in there, or whatnot. All right, cool. But yeah, highly recommend. I'll kind of give you a preview of this. Let me choose like a preset in here. I'm just gonna choose like Punch and Energy. That may be a little bit too much for our liking, so let's back off of it a little bit. And let's bypass that. So it definitely wakes up the drums and everything like that. So those are my favorite SawTooth plugins. DL, I hope I answered your question. But on the SawTooth plugins from that comment from the other video, man, just kind of wanted to run through those right there. But yeah, no Weiss. Man, expensive, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't picked up those white plugins. I know what you're talking about. They got that white GUI and everything. Those tax your CPU. I had to have like an Apple machine in order to use those, because they kill my computer every time. So I ain't really mess with them like talking about, man. Other than that, with plugins, I'm back on my Mac DSP plugins. If you know a little bit about Mac DSP, really good plugins. They're probably one of the first plugins that's been out. And my favorite module in here is the 6060, which is basically the ultimate multi-processor channel strip. I think that's what they call it or whatnot. But McDSP doesn't get the recognition that they do, just because they don't have to go out there and advertise because they started the plug-in game. They was out there before Waves, and they was up. I think they was out there before or around when UAD first came out with their DSP card, the DSP1 card and stuff like that. But McDSP been around for a very long time, and they plugins they're not attractive. They look bland, but I'm gonna tell you something. You use them on your tracks, you will hear a difference. They are good and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna bore y'all and go through all those plugins right there. And there's another pickup that I'm kind of demoing. And I just don't know about it, man. I just may uninstall it, man. I'm a sucker for channel strips, but this one from Kive Audio called K Strip, I'm still trying to, I'm still trying to get a feel for it. I can't get over the GUI because this shit is ugly as hell. But I like the concept because it's a channel strip and you have a preamp saturation section, an EQ, and a compression section, and you can mix it up. So if you want to go with an SSL style preamp, you could do so. If you want to go with a Neve or API EQ, you could do so, and then you can keep a Neve style compressor right there. And then you can rearrange it. So you have this type of style of rearranging and stuff like that. And then you could change it however you want. You know what I'm saying? It sounds really, really good. It's just me. I have to kind of dig in with it a little bit more as far as the GUI, like the slow and attack release on the compressor. Sliders, I hate that on compressors. I think it makes sense to have knobs. But, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a UX GUI designer. I'm just saying. So, it is what it is on that point. But this is my latest pickup. Did play around with it on a couple of stuff, and I like what I heard or whatnot, but I had to kind of play with it a little bit more. There is one more other little situation that I wanted to turn y'all guys on to, and this is from Mixed Wave here. Let me see if I can pull it up. So I had these, haven't really featured these at all, but this one right here would, I'll say, if you got a guitar plug-in, if you use drum loops and stuff like that, this is a overdrive pedal plug-in. This is based off an actual guitar pedal, which is a overdrive distortion pedal. It's called the 1981, and this motherfucker right here, man, bad, but it is distorted. All right, so you heard our drums. I'm just gonna turn it on. Watch this. That's bypass. So you can take acoustic drums and you can really do some break beats. And so if you're in the break beat drum making and stuff, break beat production and stuff like that, you may want to look into 1981, man, because it really gives you a very distorted sound. And it's really, really good, man. It really does sound like a pedal processor. And then you got a dry wave mix knob right here too. So you can mix in how much distortion you want and saturation as well. And you got some filters and stuff like that. Another one is this one right here, the Klon Citrion, they call it here. But, you know what I'm saying, this is a remake right here. And I won't put this on the drums because it sounds better on a guitar. So let's go ahead and pull up a guitar. And then, yeah, I got a little juice in my system. We'll see what we can come up with and stuff like that. My wife still ride shotgun with me, and maybe she want to come and hop on a beat and stuff like that. I'm surprised she up. Normally she be asleep at this time, so you know what I'm saying. What'd you say? My associate producer over here, she like off camera and stuff like that. She be you know what I'm saying, when I'm not, live streaming and whatnot, she'll come in here, she'll hear some sounds and she'll try to tell me what I need to add in there and stuff like that. She'd be right. She'd be right 75% of the time though. But anyway, man, let's go ahead and get a guitar pulled up here. I'm gonna choose one from the contact library here. Um, and this particular library I just picked up right here, waiting on it for it to show up and pull up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn that off, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull up that library here. Oh, and there's a couple other libraries I kind of want to talk about, but I ain't gonna talk about it, man. Native Instruments, though, they have been dropping a lot of different libraries. I like what they're doing. They're kind of opening up their sound portion of their company, and they need to keep on doing that, making those libraries more affordable. If you ask me for what you're getting at $50, I think they could drop it down instead of 50. Go ahead and do a 30 pack, man. Do it for $30, bro. And I think they'll sell like crazy. But very good sounds though. All right. So this particular guitar library, Evolution Hollow Body Blues, is one that I really, really like. And stuff like that. Love the sounds. It's very gritty and very bluesy and all right, cool. So if you like that, definitely they got their own effects in here. Um, and this is the secret, and I don't want to give away my secret, but you know what I'm saying, I try to push everybody that come across my channel preamps. Preamps. Preamps definitely takes the sculpture of your sound, and it does something different to it. So, it pushes your sound to get the best out of it. It's like a coach that you had in high school, and he always was in your face cussing at you because you was fucking up, but he see potential in you. That's what preamps does to sound. It pushes the sound, it brings out the best of that sound or whatnot. So like I mentioned, you can hear the sound. You can get more out of that sound. This is not a preamp plug-in, but you could treat it that way. Okay. But the more you push the gain, the more it's gonna break up. You know what I'm saying? So using something like this Klon Centurion, this is more like a boost pedal. If I saying that correctly, if anybody out there play guitar, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's more of a boost pedal. But you can use it as a preamp. You know what I'm saying? So if you bring down the gain, right? Let me get this EQ back in its default state. Okay, cool. So bring down the gain, right? You can notice a slight difference when you just turn the plugin on. All right. Now, when you start pushing this gain up a little bit right here, you start noticing that the sounds get full, right? All right, cool. We're going to push it a little bit more, and we're going to start breaking up that sound. You start hearing that fuzz. I'm going to go drastic. I'm going to put it at about 2 o'clock. That's why you got a treble, because you can start hearing that fuzz in the higher frequencies and everything like that. You bring down that treble. And you really you can't take that. That's what makes the overdrive pedal or the boost pedal what it is. I think it's an overdrive pedal. You know what I'm saying? Give it that guitar situation right there. All right, cool. So that's with the Klon. If you're looking for something a little bit more preamp based when it comes to, like, guitar pedals and stuff like that, let me go back to mixed wave here. uh don't want to pass it up. Shit. Here it is right here. Check this one out. This is the Benson preamp. Now this is based on a guitar preamp pedal, and it's a little bit cleaner. You can overdrive it, but you're not gonna get too much color out of it. Turn that drive down, and then you turn up the volume. You gotta kind of balance it out a little bit. Turn it back on. See how full that sound is? You add a little bit of bass. Give your sound a little bit more rounded. Then you need a little bit of snap on the high end. Makes the sound full. Take it off. So for a plug-in, not bad. Mixwave does some really good emulations of some plugins. There's one that they just came out with JHS pedals. Shout out to JHS pedals, because I got one of theirs right here. This is your Neve right here in a pedal form. You can run anything through here. And let me tell you something. This motherfucker right here, bad, man. This is the color box 2 with that Landau transformer in there. Telling you, man, secret weapon, bro. Like, you can run some drums and mono through that pedal. It's over with, man. It has a this is nasty, man. This is nasty. But yeah, man, they just came out, JHS collaboration with Mixwave. They came out with some plugins and stuff like that. I kind of want to demo the orange peel. That looks really, really fun. Preamp, compressor, couple of EQ tone knobs on there, overdrive, clean overdrive, stuff like that. Probably gonna check it out this weekend, but I don't have it right now. But yeah, that's it on that. And last but not least, while I have a guitar up, let me see here. Let me see. I know Beat Skills. I'm on. Let me see here. This UAD, man, he killing me, bro. Let me just go to it. I talked about it once before, but the Neural amps, really, really good, man. Let me go ahead and plug up my favorite one out of all the Neural DSP amps, and this is the Tone King Imperial. If from my understanding, they just came out with a pedal version of this particular amp. Woo! Talk about sound good, man. But this one right here, this is dope, man. This sounds like a real amp, for real, for real. So what we're gonna do with this particular guitar, we played on it, but we want to get a real sound out of it. GUI, just keep turning it on and off. All right, cool. What I'm gonna do is turn off the amps inside the contact here. Turn off that cab. And I don't think no amp on. All right, cool. So we don't have an amp on. We do have some reverbs in here. I'm just going to turn off the reverbs and delays in here. And turn off the compressor and EQ. All right, cool. So we just getting the guitar sound running through this Tone King Imperial. Now, I'm just going to run through a couple of presets here just to give you an idea of what this thing does. All right. This particular plugin, it comes with a compressor pedal, overdrives if you need it. Of course, the amp controls, cabinet controls. You do have an EQ if you need to do some tone shaping, as far as a graphic EQ, and then your time-based effects such as chorus, delay, and reverb. All right, I just chose a preset, don't know how it sounds, so let's fiddle around with that. we really don't have that much volume pushing through here. So let's go ahead and push the volume up a little bit. So that's that one right there. It sounds really, really authentic. Sounds like the real thing. And I'm gonna choose another one. This one's called Washout. Okay, cool. Now let's do something a little different here. And we're just gonna start something here. Take the triage, and I'm just gonna kind of give you guys an idea with it with drums. I should have did this a long time ago, but right here. All right, cool. Try to get Billboard beats here. Get my second trying to find what note. Get the drift, and stuff like that. With this plugin kind of sound like with the virtual guitar and stuff like that. The Imperial, right there. Now it's more suited to like blues and stuff like that, but you can hear it with like hip hop, and everything like that, or saying Southern soul, whatever you do, or whatnot. This one right here is more suited. Chat GPT, shout out to Chat GPT, kind of told me that this one would be the best buy for R&B, and stuff. Now, one that you can use with hip hop when it comes to the neural DSP stuff is going to be this one right here. Let me see if I can put it up. This one right here from Tim Henson. And he is the lead guitarist with the rock group or whatever the hell they do. Let's see, goddamn Polyphia and stuff like that. And they got some really, really good dope sounds and stuff like that. My bad. I didn't see your DL. Let's see here. Infuse. Infuse. What's that? Infuse. That sounds familiar. Infuse. Who is that made by? If you don't mind me asking. Oh yeah, you talking about Infuse with Cobb Audio, the SSL remake of the goddamn I know what you're talking about. I like Infuse. I don't like that new color that they got. I can't make out what's going on. The color, if you're gonna emulate something, the color gotta be like it's gotta, I gotta see what the color is, stuff like that. That gold and green is just, I can't get into it. But it does sound good. I do recommend it. The only thing I don't like on the Infuse is the SSL comp section. I don't think it works well. The Neve does, but the SSL comp section. Let's see here. MG32 mixer and the Scarlett 18i20 interface. Did I make a mistake? No, you didn't. You want to know why? Because I have a Mackie mixer with a Motu 8-channel interface, and you did not make a mistake. The reason why is because you can come out, let's say, you can come out stereo pairs into your mixer and use those stereo pairs as a summon mixer. So you can run your stereo sounds through the mixer, EQ, preamp, gain stage, and then run it through, let's say, if you have another processor in your studio like a compressor, EQ, or, EQ, preamp, combo, or whatnot, and go back into your interface. That's not a mistake. That's actually good sound quality that you're pushing your audio through. You're running it through machines and stuff like that. So it just depends on how you integrate that mixer into your setup that you can take advantage of, especially like if you have like some synthesizers or iPad. I'm about to get up in here a little bit too. So I don't think I can move my camera this way, but you can use your iPad as a instrument. If you buy AUV3 instruments, check out Audio Kit Pro. They killing it right now with the iOS synths. They just came out with one today called VCR synth. It's a lo-fi synth, and you can run the headphone out of your iPad into your mixer, run that through, let's say, a preamp back into your interface, open up an audio track in your DAW, and track that sound that you play with your beat. You know what I'm saying? I already have one set up, and I'm gonna show you like that. So I'm just gonna give you a live situation because I already have it set up. I knew somebody was gonna ask that question. So we got that drum going on right here. I'm gonna go to my audio track that I already have set up. Hold on one second, y'all. Mute that. So this is an audio track I already have set up in Reason. All I'm gonna do is just change my input to here. I already have it live monitoring. I got like this little MIDI, wireless MIDI situation here, and I'm gonna show you guys this right here. So I got this off of Amazon, $20, and it's a MIDI transmitter. So I run this out of my MIDI out on my keyboard, and I have the USB part plugged into my dongle for the iPad, and it sends my keyboard MIDI notes to that dongle, and I can play the notes right here from my keyboard into the the virtual instrument or the AUV3 instrument, whatever the hell you want to call it, the damn instrument in iPad. All I got to do is switch it on and put my MIDI, or should I say arm this audio track, and then now those sounds that you're hearing is from the iPad. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I can't really move my camera onto that sound, but I'm going to choose different sounds here. Now, the way I have it hooked up is out the audio coming from the iPad. The audio coming from the iPad, I have that running into a stereo preamp from ART. And let me go ahead and get it up there for you guys right here. This one right here. So I'm running the audio from the iPad, right? And let's see if I can switch it over. All right, from the iPad going into here, and remember the analogy that I mentioned earlier. You know what I'm saying? It's like a coach, football coach. You're a freshman. You see a lot of potential in you. You want to make that sound. You know what I'm saying? You want to bring the best out of you. That's what this preamp is gonna do. Bring the best out of that iPad audio. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I do, the magic trick is not to push the preamp gain. There's a boost on here, a 20 dB boost, and that brings it up to line level audio coming into the interface. And I wish I could show you the screen of the VCR synth in here, but that's iPad. So let me go ahead and unmute that drum track. All right. That 808 kind of killing my vibe real quick. Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up right here. Switch it up. All right, cool. Now Cymatics has a little pack on here, and you do have some sound samples. Let me mute that. You got some bass sounds on here. Cymatics did. If I want to drive the preamp, I just push up the preamp buttons, or knobs, should I say? The buttons. Got some secret sound. All right, so that's with no preamp push, and I'm gonna take the gain 20 dB out. That's what the iPad is pushing. I kid you not. I'm gonna turn up the sound on my iPad. Yes, at full max. So running sounds out of the iPad is gonna be low. But once I hit that 20 dB, and then add some more preamp gain if I want to, just to really kind of saturate the fuck out of this sound. And let's get something noteworthy. Let's see here. It's a pad sound. The only thing is you got to match up the left and the right. And then see what I'm saying? So just a little quick little situation and whatnot, man. I know I'm all over the place or whatnot, but that was just a talking point. But yeah, back to this situation right here, man. Yeah. Where I was. Oh yeah, the Polyphia plugin right here. With this yeah, so this particular VST right here is pretty dope. I ain't gonna even hold you. It is nice. So what I'm gonna do is turn off my little MIDI thing first, and then go down here to the. All right, cool. So this one right here is cool. I like it because you get 3 different amps. You get this high gain amp, more of a clean amp, and then you have this acoustical amp that's made specifically for acoustic guitars. We'll talk more about that. All right. I ain't gonna lie to you, Neural DSP. It's better than it sounds better than like the amplitude stuff and stuff like that, man. And then this is the clean amp right here. See what I'm saying? Really, really, really cool. Let me see if I can pull up a acoustic instrument here. Let me see here. I'm just gonna pull something from the stock instrument NNXT, just to give an example there. And I'm just really not playing with the presets. You kind of get the presets. You get, compression, overdrive, reverb, delay, the usual suspects or whatnot. Let's go ahead and get some acoustic sound here. All right. Let's here we go. All right, cool. All right. So with that plug in, this is an acoustic amp. All right, and if we were to bypass that, just out of reason, sounds a whole lot better with the amp on. Gives it more character. All right, cool. Preamp, that's what it is. So when it comes to guitar amps, don't look at them as like, the rock or whatnot. Guitar amps, all it is a preamp that's driven like crazy. You know what I'm saying? You just overdrive the gain coming in. Take, for example, this acoustic preamp, right? If you push this gain very hard, okay, even if we go to the clean, that acoustic guitar don't sound like an acoustic no more. It sounds like a overdrive electric guitar. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's preamp. It's a preamp gain that has, I don't know the correct terminology, but it has the enough electronics inside of it to push it, you know what I'm saying, in order to get a certain tone, saturation, and it's just a sound to it and stuff like that, which makes guitars, very versatile when it comes to preamp and pushing that gain like crazy and stuff like that, man. It was something else I was gonna go over because I went over a lot and stuff like that. Damn, I forget. I was gonna show you that. It was something. It was something. It was something. God damn it! It was something. Yeah, Scalar 3. That's what it was. And we're gonna end it out with Scalar 3. Scalar 3. I like it. I like what they did. The only thing I don't like about it is it used to be a function in the arpeggiator that allow you to strum when you played certain keys. But now they made it tempo based, and it's real funky. But for the most part, though, it does the job and everything like that. Um, with Scalar 3 and Reason, I'm kind of glad they did it this way, because with Scalar 2, and the way Scalar 2 was set up, you had to run the audio and have another VST kind of join together. And it was just really a workflow situation that really kind of, it kind of slowed you down a little bit. But with Scalar 3, I love what they did is incorporate using the VST inside of Scalar 3 and doing your chord progression. Now, if you know Scalar 2, it already comes with sounds in it. I'm going to play something right now. Very great sounds in there in the Scalar instruments. You can see here, we got all kind of sounds. You want to play vintage keys. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? They ain't good, but they there. You know what I'm saying? They there. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to play a chord set, you know what I'm saying? You can do all scales here. And let's say you want to do a harmonic minor and you want something bluesy. Did I choose? No, I'm sorry. Chose the wrong situation there. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. All right, so 70s funk and soul. Look for the orange keys down here. Actually, let me change something here real quick. All right. You see what I'm saying? So we're playing some chords. You know what I'm saying? You can take it a step further. All right. So if you hit the open instrument window, or should I say, if you go to the instrument window, now you can go to manufacture, and then you can go choose your favorite instrument, whatever that may be. Let's go down to UVI. I have a very large UVI library. Yeah, very large. And let's say we want to choose the FM suite here. And we want to go and choose something like, I don't know. Let's choose this right here. That's more of our stilo right here. I'm going to go ahead and load that up. Now, what we're doing, just remember, we are in Scalar 3, but we can load third-party VST instruments in Scalar 3. Now, I'm going to play some, not the chords, but I'm going to play some notes here. All right, so that's the keys in Scalar 3 triggering the VST. All right, now let's go down to those chords right here. Awesome, right? Pretty good. So, Scalar 3 did implement a lot of different, scales and different chord progressions, in here. So you get like 70 funk. You got another one here. Fine and dandy. But if you want to get your own presets and stuff like that, I do have some presets here. A lot of my presets is going to come from Prism, which they make a lot of chord presets or chord packs for Scalar 2 and also Ripchord. I used to use Ripchord, but I can't use Ripchord in Reason, so I had to go back to Scalar. And with Scalar 2, I found out that you couldn't use Scalar 2 in Reason by way of the MIDI and the way MIDI is in Reason. So when they came out with Scalar 3, I was like, thank you. Appreciate you, my boy. Yeah, you can use your favorite scalar presets inside of Reason and use your favorite instruments as well. So we're gonna choose the Prism Nexus edition, and then like you get shitload of different um scalar presets and stuff like that. So we're gonna choose something like retro lo-fi in B minor or D. All right, choose that one, and again, we're using this UVI library. And you just be out the races playing that and stuff like that. Now I do have again a lot of Prism presets. Let me see if the internet want to act right with me, and I can show you where you go. So just go ahead and get in your Google box, and you can type in goddamn Prism scalar presets. Google that, and it's gonna take you to render audio. And I'm just gonna click on that first link there. This is it. You know what I'm saying? You get pretty much all of their stuff. Now they did start out doing stuff for Ripcord, but they do have the Scalar 2 available for them. If you go to chords here, all of these I have. I don't think I got the Dark Voids. I think I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Dark Voids, the original Prism chord suite, Prism 2, 3, 4, Omega, Alpha, and the Nexus. All of these right there, they come with a ton of chords. You can make R&B beats out of your ass with this one. For real, like it's a lot. They really do give you a lot. These are different categories, and then with those categories, you got different different keys and stuff like that. So you do get a lot, man. 96 banks in here. Everything from different type of soul, jazz, gospel type chords and stuff like that. You get a lot. You know, you can get some real good textures out of them. It takes a while to thumb around and remember where you at on the keyboard and stuff like that, but it's worth it. The easiest way to kind of really speed up that workflow and stuff like that. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that on the internet, by the way, how to get to it. Again, it's renderaudio.com. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the chat for y'all. Or whatnot. I actually on accident bought an extra pack. If you want that pack, you can get it from me for free. Just go ahead and hit me up, and stuff like that, man. And you can have it because I already have it. So, and I paid for it twice, dumbass. But anyway, yeah. World Suite does sound good. I did look into that with UVI. I wasn't about to pay $150 for that shit, though. Not for some world sounds that I don't even use that much. So, I wasn't going to do it to myself. But I did look into it. It did have some really, really nice sounds in it. But for the size of it, I ain't want all that shit on my damn hard drive because I think it was about 15 gigs. And I'm really not going to use it like talking about. I kind of passed up on it, but it is nice though. So World Suite, if that's something that you make, you do a lot of reggaeton and what I'm saying, that type of music and stuff like that. I forget the name of it, Afro beats and stuff like that. That'll be something that you want to check out, the World Suites or whatnot. What I was gonna do here? Oh yeah. So let's say for instance, I find a chord progression that I like. So we got that going on here. Let's go ahead and find that chord here at the top. All right, here we go. We got this A13 situation here, a sustained fourth. If I like that, check this out. We're going to drag a chord down here. All right. Watch how I build a chord progression. I like that one. I like this E minor ninth. I like the F sharp minor ninth. Then we're gonna go to that G major 7. I'm gonna drag that down right there. All right. Now you just build a four, what I like to call a four finger chord, and you hit play. All right. You just built your a chord progression. Now you can drag that MIDI out into your DAW, but is how we played it. That's what it's gonna do. So that's why I like to just play it freestyle and just be done with it. Because you can't. This is an actual instrument, so it's recording the audio and everything like that. Now you can't hit the X's to get that out of there and everything like that. Just like that. Now the good thing about Scalar 3 is that when you go to the mixer window here, you do have effects in here and stuff like that. So you can pull up third-party effects. So let's say, for instance, wanted to pull up an EQ here from McDSP. I just go and look for the where it's at. Damn, I forgot I gotta coach a basketball game tomorrow morning. Luckily it's late, so I ain't too much worried about it. It's at 10 o'clock, so I got a little time to play sleep. I'm gonna pull up the 620 EQ here. All right, and I got the EQ inside of Scalar 2. So not only I have a third-party VST instrument, I have a third-party VST effect. So I could choose my favorite EQ, take out some of that low end. Of course, my CPU is taxing right now. All right, so let's say I wanted to record that, right? Go ahead and exit out of that. Get ready to record that. Let's see what tempo we at right now. Let's go ahead and record that. No, I messed up on this first part. Yeah, my damn CPU wanted to do the fool or whatnot. So we're gonna do what we normally do here, and we're just gonna move that MIDI note back right there. All right, and then we'll take that. All right, and all right, cool. I got that chord progression. I'm just gonna commit this to audio. I'm done. That's all I want. I just want a little bit of chords, and I can add on top of that. So, if you're familiar with Reason, you know how to save, some PC power, and don't have to have all that VST instruments running at the same time. Just go to Bounce in Place. Make sure you click on your clip first. Bounce in Place. It's gonna turn that MIDI into audio within your loop. All right, and then I'm done with that. Bye, Scalar. I don't need you no more. I'll let you later, my boy. Now we got audio. And now we can go ahead and play around with some drums. You feel me? So let's go ahead and try to find some drums catered to that sound. You know what? I'm wasting my time. Let's not even do that. Let's let's go to the sequencer and let's just clear the sequencer out. There it is. All right, cool. Clear the sequencer out and let's just choose a random. Let's do sleepy times here. Go to sequencer again. Clear all that bullshit out. Don't need none of that. All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead and record that. All right, something in triage is causing this thing to act the damn fool. And it could be the maximizer, and it could be the EQ, and it could be the... Yeah, definitely what it is. We just crank up the volume. All right, and let's go ahead and just quantize what we have so far. Highlight all, Control A, and whatever quantize you want to do. Go ahead and do 35 right there, and same thing on the hi-hats. Gonna go ahead and quantize those right there. I'm gonna speed that tempo up a little bit. All right, cool. I'm gonna put a reverb on here. one more. Turn it up a little bit more. All right, cool. And then, you know what I'm saying, oh, we still got this acoustic guitar up here. It's probably why my stuff is high. Yeah, that's what that is. May have to kind of bounce this one down. We're gonna go back to the acoustic amp here. So I'm adding a little bit of treble, took out some of the bass, add a little bit of mid-range. And I'm lost for what the key is, so we're gonna cheat a little bit. Gonna cheat. God damn it. Go ahead and cheat. Bro, I ain't even asked for that to put on there. I don't even know how it even, but yeah, cause we're gonna put key detector on here. Just waiting on waves to open up. All right, there it is. Let's hit play right here. See what it gives us. Keep saying B minor. E minor, there it is. All right, so it gave us E minor. Let's find a tuner here, and we'll put that right here. And this is how I kind of find my notes here. Everything is online activation. Here, there, and here. I think plugin Alliance, they need to start doing machine activation. I know a lot of people are pushing for that machine activation. All right. Right now we on G flat. And that was E minor. Yeah, that's it. Let's get rid of that one. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and record that little bit right there. Do that one more time. Oh, damn, I thought I took that off of there. One more time. Okay, so I'm noticing something when I'm playing this. This is a Reason instrument, so it's doing something weird when you playing that MIDI. So I'm going to use one of their native situations here. And let's see here. It is goddamn the note tool. Where you at, buddy? Note tool. Let's go here. Damn it. Note tool. Where you at? There it is. All right, in the wrong section. There we go. Put the note tool here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this offset situation here. So I'm gonna extend my range, so I ain't gotta worry about that. And then I'm going to max it out. I don't want the velocity to go too goddamn sticky and everything like that. I wanted to play it soft. And then if I wanted to go a little higher, I can go up, let's say 20 steps on the velocity. Kind of want to have a soft feel to it without having to play soft. All right, let's say. Yeah, so I can play confidently, and I don't have to worry about smacking the goddamn keys like this. See what I'm saying? So I can bring it down. And offset is just basically right there. And velocity range, you can kind of give it a velocity range if you want to, and also note length as well. So when every time you press on a button, if you want that note length to be, let's say, a half, just press on a key, just quick tap, and it'll play it for you. But in this case, we just worry about the velocity there. All right, let's play that one more time. Bring that down a little bit more. This damn mouse, man. All right, there we go. if I like that, I'll just bounce in place there. Really can't do what I want. Yeah, it's time for a damn new computer, bro. I used to be able to make shit, but now it's just kind of like this thing and live streaming don't mix together at all. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of that. All right, cool. And then I'm just gonna put like a little baseline in here. I'm gonna use a Reason stock instrument again. I want to use model base, but the way I be doing it, it ain't gonna happen on this live stream. I'm still trying to work out my live stream quirk. It's not me. It's just my machine can't handle both anymore. I don't know if like all virtual instruments just got better over these last 3 years and stuff like that. But yeah. You know what? Not gonna do that. We're gonna do something different. Let me go down here to. I'm gonna choose some like electronic bass here. This is one of those True Soul Vibe instruments. This is based off the goddamn Roland. It's one of those Roland keyboards that's out right now. It got some really good sounds in here. Really good bass sounds in here as well. Whole nother beat. Got to get the right note on that bass and the right pitch. I don't like that one either. that's the right note. I wanna say yes, but just let me put a tuner on this instrument here just to be on the safe side. Cause my computer it's been on all day. We've been working all goddamn day. This bitch say I'm tired, boss. I'm tired, boss. Let's see here. Yeah, that's what I thought. We on the wrong one. There we go. And basses are very tricky. On the wrong direction. All right, take that out there. I should have kept it on the G flat because now I'm trying to figure out and with chords and stuff like that, you just got to know it's different chord structure. So I'm trying to work my brain around it on this foundation. What we gonna do is all right, cool. And then you just start building the beat like that. I don't even know how I got where I'm at right now, but I think I was just really kind of explaining, the scale of three and stuff like that, and how you could just kind of get stuff started, and everything, and then from there you just start adding what you want to add on there. So, of course, this thing is missing like a pad sound and everything like that, man. Uh, Synth Master 3, I actually saw that today. I didn't know they came out with the third version. No, I haven't tried it. Man, I want to see if it's on the iPad, man, to be honest with you. Let me see here. Let's see. See if it's on this goddamn thing here. Um, yeah, so it's not on iPad just yet. I don't use SynthMaster 3 enough on PC. I SynthMaster 3 is cool. If you're using iPad for desktop and the sounds that they have, I didn't see it worth a use to check out and everything like that. And whatnot. So yeah, man, I did hear about it and stuff like that. Really cool, really cool, really cool. Um Trying to wrap my mind around something here. Let's see here. Oh yeah. It's gonna play some of these sounds actually. I'm gonna pull a sound from let me see something here. Let's see here. This damn fucking remote works when it wanna goddamn work. Bitch. Let's see here. Eh, yeah. You can't really see it. Fuck. Trying to see if I can pull up some pad sounds in here. We're in chord module. And let me try to get a pad sound here. I like that. Give it a little bit more gain here. Actually, nah, I ain't fucking with that. That pad is very, very long. It's like almost there, but it ain't there. I know the key is off. Let me reduce this attack time here. I like it and I don't like it. Let me see if I can find something else here. I got neo soul sounds here. Let me go here. Elton, nigga. No. Ooh, I like that one. Finger must not be read. Cool, and let's bring that acoustic, see how that sounds. Just playing around. Let's go ahead and try to record that. Let me take off loop before I mess up anything else. All right, take off loop there. Hold that note. That's the trick right there. You got to hold that note because you never know when you're sequencing, you need to have that note linger over. Because once you record it and that bitch loop back or you just let go and stuff like that, it just depends. So you can hold it, or if you got a lot of effects, just let it go and stuff. That's why I took the loop off. So let's take the monitoring off. And of course, we got some latency going on. So, yeah, so let's fix that up just a little bit right there. This is what they don't tell you. We need to fix that latency right there. All right. And then what we're going to do, bring that down to 128. And I think our point is right here. And drag it all the way out. We should be on time after this right here. I messed up right there. So we just really, it's just for shits and giggles. I'm not taking this beat seriously. Now, what I could do is just repeat that first 4 bars there. All right, cool. Now, if I want to rinse and repeat that process, all I got to do is basically duplicate and delete what we got here and go here, choose another sound. So I'm just going to choose a whole nother different app here. I really kind of want to go to the music apps here. I kind of want to put this Nerd Synth A2X from Audio Kit Pro, which is kind of like a nerd, a Nord lead sounds and stuff. Now I do have Microwave on here too from Waldorf. Like that right there. Let's see. And I got the gain pushed up. Let's give it a little bit more. Let's give it 8 dB on the gain. Let's go ahead and record that. I messed that up a little bit right there. Let me see if I can turn up the gain on this iPad app. Where is the gain at? Don't see it on here. It should be on here. Is this it right here? Oh, here it is right there in my face. Bring that down on the mixer. Bring that up on the app. cool, 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 cool. Let's do it right there. And I didn't follow my own goddamn rule. So let's do that one more time. Only because I like that sound. Damn it, I did it again, you bitch. This is the part that that's different from MIDI because you gotta do it again. You see how we got that? We're just letting that note go. Boom. Stop it right there once you can't hear it no more. Because once you track all of this out, you want that sound to linger over when you go into different transitions, when you doing your beat and stuff like that. All right, cool. All right, DL, catch you later, my boy. I know I'm dragging your ass tonight, man. My bad, man. For sure, man. Yeah. I'm back in action, man. The kids they wrapping up sports and school and the ending, so I have time to my goddamn self, man. For sure. All right, let's take that out for monitoring. Be easy, DL. Take it safe, man. Keep your head on the swivel. Stay dangerous. Let's speed this up. All right, cool. Now, I need to make sure I got the timing right. All right, this one right here. So what I'm doing is just basically getting the timing right on this bad boy here. All right, and let's go to 164. And I just want to make sure that see that transit is right here on the downbeat, and everything like that when you're doing that, because there's gonna be some latency when you record, outside sound sources. So here. Cool. So now I'm at a point right now where my PC usage is starting to jump up and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is this is where you kind of gotta get creative, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull up another app here, and I'm gonna go back to that chord situation, and I am going to pull some percussion out of there. Shit. And ooh, I forgot I got that. So I got the chord M1 in here too. Bet. Sound like a little fucking kid over here. Let's see here. We got the wild kits here. And do we have any percussion sounds in here? Let's see. All right, so this is kind of like a drum kit. And let's go ahead and I don't like that one. Let's get something more. Let's get an actual. One more time. I'm trying to get that gain. I have to just drive it up like that and turn off the loop. That might take a long time. Bam. All right, there it is. And what you can do is we're going to rinse and repeat that process one more time. It's easier, a little bit easier on the drums. Whatnot. That right there. And we can even change the tempo, or excuse me, the pitch on this. Oh. Yeah, so we changed the tempo. We transposed that ride cymbal there. It was off pitch. All right, now I got to get some shakers in here. So let's go ahead and choose another kit here. I'm going to do this 2020 kit, whatever the fuck that shit is. Let's go ahead and duplicate that. Make it easier on myself, and I'm gonna bring this over here And I could play this on the keyboard, but I want a more of an organic feel. So what I'm going to do is turn off the MIDI there. And I'm going to play it like this. Hopefully I don't fuck nothing up. All right, finally got the groove of that. Let's go ahead and record that. All right, the velocity was all over the fucking place. Let me play that back. Yeah, it got louder right here for some reason. Don't know what the hell was going on with that. I think I was double. Let's see here. No, I turned the MIDI off here. I don't know what the hell going on with that shit. Let's do it again though. Oh, okay. I was playing at the top. Okay, I know what's going on. Bit. All right, let's run that back. There it is. Yeah. Cool. We got this right here, which I didn't even use. But we're gonna go ahead and put this iPad back here. I think we're done with the iPad and the sounds. If you're watching this, I hope you kind of got an idea of how that works. It's not a lot of setup, to be honest with you. It's just really compatible USB-C dongle that you can get off of Amazon for the fucking cheap. And make sure that the dongle has a aux out or a headphone output, and you get one of these bad boys right here. Again, this is a MIDI wireless transmitter. You just plug this in your MIDI out, 5-pin MIDI out on your keyboard controller, and then there's a USB dongle that you plug into your USB dongle. and then it'll transfer the MIDI information to your iPad to trigger that, and it's an on and off switch here. You just turn that on switch on right there, and it'll start transmitting your data, and you can charge this up. You know what I'm saying? So this needs to be charged. The USB is gonna get this charged from the iPad itself, and that's it. That's all you need. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That is it, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you can run the audio into your interface, but you'll be responsible for gain staging once that audio start hitting the interface and everything like that. So do keep in mind of that. Your preamps on your interface should be enough to drive it. But if you're in a great position like myself, and you got external preamps, by all chance and by all means, use those external preamps. But yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get a lead sound from the UVI, and we'll shut this shit down for tonight. I need like a nice little lead sound in there to kind of like do a complete. I didn't really take this beat seriously, but we're gonna do what we can, do what we do with this bad boy here. So let's go ahead and try to find a lead sound in here. Go ahead and roll with that right there. I love UVI. These are all the libraries that I have. Very, very high quality sounds and stuff like that. Highly recommend those sounds, man. I can't say enough about UVI. Really, really good, man. Really, really good. Especially if you're looking for like vintage sound. You hear the difference, right? Very high quality. My computer ain't gonna let me be great. It ain't. It sure the fuck ain't. I may have to commit this sound right here. But you know what? I am going to do that, and I'm just going to turn that VST off. That may be the determining factor. So let's bounce that in place real quick. There's tricks and ways around Reason. That's why I kind of like it a little bit. I like it a little bit. It ain't really gave me any problems at all, to be honest with you, versus Ableton, old bitch ass, on that bullshit. But it's all good, though. Wasting my motherfucking money on that shit. All right, cool. Let's see if this will help out a little bit to put our lead sound in here. Let's see. What did I do wrong? Try to find something else here. We're missing this one sound. I don't like this new library setup right here. I think I'm gonna go back to the old look. Yeah. Almost there. Yeah, this instrument is not gonna let me be great. So we'll take it back to the damn iPad. All good. All freaking good. All good. All good. I was looking for something. Here we go. We're gonna pull up the Korg Wave Station on the iPad. This is a full blown, like the Wave Station keyboard. It's the full blown keyboard sounds. It has everything that you need in here, and everything like that, man. I'm telling you guys, man, like the iOS stuff, man, is really really cool, for real. And let's look for some lead sounds in here. I like that. Let's make a change real quick. Where is where I'm trying to go with this? Attack. Like that. Take that. computer hot, boy. Oh, wait. Let me go ahead and record this real quick. All right, and I did that wrong once again. Not following my own rules there. All right, cool. And that's it. We done. All right, cool. So we wasn't even at 0. So this is how that level sounds in real time. At 0, what's coming in. You can hear what the preamp is doing. It's really not even touching the red or what we would say a RMS level at Unity. It's just a big sound. So you mix that in. And the scalar. All right, I think that's it right there. Turn that bass down a little bit. That lead sound we just did is sticking out a little bit. And that acoustic sticking out a little bit. Turn that down. So kind of like check your mix and dimming the sound to about like -20 on your monitoring. Helps you identify some stuff that sticks out. That sounds like everything is kind of balanced. We made some volume changes, so when I bring the volume back up, it should sound a little bit better. Bring that tempo up a little bit. So in total we got 5 sounds that came from the iPad. Uh yeah, that's pretty dope right there, man. I didn't think I was yeah, that's pretty dope, man. So utilizing the iPad is one of those cool things or whatnot, and stuff. This is how I really be writing music on the cool. And the cool part about this is that iPad has a chord thing, but I'm not gonna enable the audio or whatnot. But yeah, I do have some really cool apps on here. I got some pretty much a lot of the chord stuff. The Warduf microwave AUV3, and some of the Audio Kit Pro AUV3 instruments as well. You don't necessarily have to have um, a iPad. If you do have an iPhone, you could definitely use the iPhone. Same method. If you have an iPhone 15, 14, I think yeah, I don't think the 13 has a USB-C, but I know for sure if you got a 14 and a 15, and of course a 16 and stuff like that, just use a USB-C dongle. I use my iPhone 15 Pro at work all the time to check AV stuff, and I have a dongle. I just put that USB-C in the dongle, and I'm running HDMI, running audio out just to do some checks and stuff like that. So it's really a cool situation. And the cool thing about this thing is like I have like 4 synths up. So when I go to my multi-window in the iOS, I could just choose this synth. Okay, I want to go to the next synth, choose that, boom, play. Bring it back up, you know what I'm saying? Come here, play, and stuff like that. So, yeah, the you yeah, I can't say much about the iOS stuff. It's almost like having virtual racks of synths that you can run inside, and it really kind of takes you out of the environment of Reason. And as you can see when we made this beat, how we kind of did the whole process of just recording sounds in here and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, that was pretty cool. Just kind of like um, bring that down a little bit and go into our outro and everything like that, man. Okay. Okay. All right. Our computer acting stupid there. Okay. Yes, sir. We about to finish it up. I'm just gonna go ahead and start that bitch. All right, cool, man. So we basically finishing up for tonight and stuff like that. Yeah. I have a instrumental tape that's done. I just need to go ahead and master that bad boy, and I'm gonna put that out, and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that here. I didn't get a chance to do it here this month, in the month of March. I was been supposed to have been done by February, but got sidetracked on some other shit. What we're going to do is going to go ahead and put that out by the end of the month and everything like this. The goddamn session is not playing, man. As soon as I cut this live stream off, that motherfucker gonna run like that. Yeah. Yeah, man. The only reason I can't stream on another computer is because I thought about it. The screen share, it's gonna be hard. So I'm gonna have to figure out another alternative on trying to share my screen. I may have to not do it anymore. So I don't know. We gonna figure it out. But anyway, yeah, my instrumental project's coming out. It's gonna be something along the lines of cold brew. I like coffee and everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm up. So it's some really cool instrumentals that I put together. 4 tracks. It's gonna be going back to my 4-pack situation. I ain't get a chance to do nothing last year. I had a litter of puppies, so I don't have those anymore this year. So we're gonna put some shit together and put it out there. And I'll be working on the next batch of instrumentals. I may go with the cold brew shit. I may not. It just depends. But I made all those tracks, all the tracks on my instrumental 4-pack that's gonna be coming out. I made those at Starbucks. Kid you not, man. Got another keyboard like I got smaller version, and I go in Starbucks and zone out, man. And yeah, and I highly encourage people to do that. You know what I'm saying? Get out of your element sometimes and do some creative. It will unlock some potentials. You don't necessarily have to go out of town in order to be creative, but you can go to the park. You know what I'm saying? You can go to a coffee shop. You can go somewhere where it's not in your comfort zone. And your mind tends to work a little bit differently when you're out of your comfort zone because you know of a distraction, you know of what you can and can't do, limitations and stuff like that. So, being creative is a discipline. I like to tell people a lot of time. In order to stay creative, you have to. It's a discipline and it's a consistency. And in order to be consistent, you have to have some type of self discipline. That's why I call it creatively. Creatively, you have to be disciplined. You have to have some sort of self discipline in order to maintain your consistency and creativity. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you step out of your comfort zone, you that discipline weight that you wear on your shoulders when you're in your own studio or you're in your own vibe and stuff like that, that kind of comes off. And the chemicals in your brain start bursting, stuff like that, man. Yeah, I did this whole instrumental. Actually, while I was waiting on my daughter to finish up club volleyball, I'll go to Starbucks. I crank out a couple of beats, and I think in the month of February, I was like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish out. No, that was in January. I'm sorry. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna, what I'm saying, every day I come in here of the week, I'm just gonna go ahead and just create something. And that's what I did. And the people was cool enough to let me do that because sometimes here in Houston they don't allow they be tripping over. They see a keyboard, they be tripping in Starbucks, but they was cool with it, man, and allowed me to do what I do. I had my headphones and everything like that. So overall, just saying, like, just step out of your comfort zone, man, and get out the studio, man, and create. Shit. Yeah, if you can have a body of water that you can sit in your car, make beats, and look at the water, and just changing up your scenery does wonders and stuff like that, man. So, with that being said, man, we're gonna go ahead and end out the stream tonight. Appreciate everyone tuning in, watching on the playback, live stream recaps and everything like that. I need to go through all my videos and put my latest live streams on the live streams recap. But of course, you can always run it back on my channel and stuff like that. Give it an overnight, and in the morning when you wake up, you can run it back and stuff like that. But yeah, today's process was really really cool. Started out just going through some newly acquired plugins and stuff like that, and just coming up with something in reason and stuff like that. So that's the type of vibe I've been on right here. But I think I'm gonna change it up a little bit because I got all kind of different things and ideas, and I ain't really sat down confident enough to make beats. So um, that's the type of vibe that my instrumental was on. A little bit, got a little bit of. It's like four different beats. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing really consistent with that. I'm just throwing some shit out there. But the next one, I'm gonna get a little dirty with that one. You know what I'm saying? Not make anything vibe. Just really get something. You know what I'm saying? Something turned up on that one. So yeah, man. Y'all stay tuned. Shit, you know what I'm saying? But if you like what you like, man, go ahead and hit like and subscribe to the videos and stuff like that. And yeah, man, we're gonna definitely get going. Shout out to my boy DL, always listening in, record, Los the King. You know what I'm saying? That's the homies and everything like that. And anyone out there, man, shout out to you, man. Y'all stay creative out there, stay dangerous. And I'm gonna go ahead and save this beat because I didn't save it. This motherfucker would have cranked out on it, I would have been hurt. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this one, man. I'm gonna call this one iPad tracking. And you know what I'm saying? Get out y'all hair, man. Until next time, man. Y'all be cool, man. You in the yo with your boy Super Mario. I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down. Gotta coach my last regular season game. We going to the playoffs. We actually tied three-way tie for first. Point spread, we in second. Got them little boys working right and stuff like that. So I'll be done with that shit. And I can get some sleep and I can get some shit done and stuff like that. So yeah, man. But nevertheless though, man, y'all be cool, man. Los the King, man. Nice seeing you again, my boy. It's been a minute. I've been kind of solo and stuff like that, man, but I'm getting back to it and stuff. So, yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Nice to see you up in here. But yeah, man, y'all be easy though, man. Y'all stay straight, man, and you know what I'm saying, stay creative, and stuff like that. And grab what you can grab. And everything like that. If you're in the market of music equipment, that shit has went up. You know what I'm saying? So certain items, they have jumped up $100. I'm glad I did what I did last year and I bought what I wanted because I ain't got to get nothing else this year, man. Cause yeah, so just be on the lookout for that. All audio equipment, that shit jumped up $60 to $100, bro. Ridiculous, man. So, um, use what you got, man, and you know what I'm saying. Use what the Lord, good Lord, gave you, and that was the gift of creativity and stuff like that. So, enough talking. Y'all be easy, man. Los King.